But thank you, Uncle Romeo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, we're started. First off, this how we gonna start this morning. I want each and every one of you to clap for yourself. Let me tell y'all why. Y'all show up every day. Seeds have been planted. They're getting nurtured. They're getting watered. They're getting fertilized. And you're still here. You ain't left. And it takes faith to get started. But man, when I tell you that faith to keep going part, when that part kicks in, and y'all have faith to keep going, and y'all still show up. No matter how sleepy you may be, no matter if you just went to sleep. It was one morning, Uncle Romy Rose said, I just fell asleep. You turn around, looked at the camera, looked at the time. It was time to get on the call. And he's like, he hadn't been asleep yet. It still showed up. And Shelly be all over the place and still show up. Mr. Adonia don't even be in her clothes yet and still show up. No, she be getting her clothes. She be getting dressed.
That's a secret. Don't tell. Don't
My
tell.
apologies. I thought about it after it came out. I thought about it after it came out, big sister. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Melissa be on 15 million meetings, but still be here. Miss
Yeah.
Susan and Mr. Phil.
For
Yeah,
us, we're on the west, so 6 is 6:03. So I'm up early, and yeah. So when you're up early, there's things you got to do to get ready.
Exactly. And the call started at 8, which means you just waking up. So that means you're going through your whole morning routine. And it's no telling how long you've been awake before the meeting started. The Sandra be tucked behind boxes. Chef Jay, it's no telling what Chef Jay be doing because she may be standing at cooking something. She may be at the grocery store. She may be just waking up because she had a long job last night. And you know, when you on your feet all day, all night, when you come home, you ain't trying to do nothing but just lay it down. And Mr. Phil and Miss Susan, it's no telling Miss Susan may have had to battle a crocodile early in the morning. We never know. You know, Florida. You know, we never know about Florida. You know, she may wake up and have a whole family of crocodiles or alligators. I don't know which one. You know, in her backyard, and she may be like, you know what? I just don't feel like dealing with this morning. But she's still all alone. So I want all of y'all to give yourselves a round of applause because we understand how hard it is to wake up every single day and go after your dreams and not see anything yet. That's when it takes that faith to keep going. And let me tell you something. I commend all of you because it's not easy, but you still get up and you still do it every single day, regardless of what people say to you, regardless of what's going on with your inner conversations, regardless of the battles you have to face on a daily basis, you still get up and you still do it. So I applaud each and every one of you, and you should applaud yourselves. And before I pass it over to Antonio this morning, I want to tell each and every one of you, take it easy on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. You look how far you made it. If you look at where you were last year on this day versus today, I'm sure a lot has happened in that past year, and I'm positive you are not in the same place. If you're on this call, you are not in the same place you was last year. You just forgot to count your victories. Take it easy on yourself. Be proud that you made it. And with that being said, Mr. Antonio,
Yep, I'm ready. Yeah, good
the
job. Thank you.
the creator. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do my introduction. Don't take my thunder from me. I gotta introduce you properly, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Antonio, the
What's in
innovator,
there?
the creator, the millionaire maker, the billionaire maker, the one who has made waves out of nowhere. I present to you Mr. Antonio P. Smith Jr. He's done it, Jerome. Seen him do it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate you. Got a lot to talk about. My first AI and Antonio's first 200 moves. I'm going to try to get to all 200. We're going to see what's up. AI and Antonio's first 200 moves. Now, you got an option. I'll leave it up to Melissa. Melissa, I can tell you the first 200 things that I have planned out, or I can reverse it and I can get a volunteer and help somebody with what you're struggling with. I'll give y'all the option.
Help someone, because I'm not going to be here to hear all 200.
Okay, good. So help someone it is then. There you go.
Might get a volunteer.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. Y'all better volunteer.
All right, I need a volunteer.
2, 1.
All right,
Okay,
fine.
it's
You
me.
gotta ask me twice.
Okay.
All
Somebody
right,
else did.
Adonia it is. You got
All right,
lucky.
not bad.
Adonia and Grace. I do both
And
of
I'm
y'all.
and I'm trying to get ready at the same time. So guess who's gonna be late? Oh well.
Okay, then. Good, good. All right, Adonia.
You'll find anyway.
What
So
are
so
we?
mine,
Yeah, tell me where I'm helping you at.
mine is a small challenge, but I just want to start this off right. So I do have a course that I'm going to start off with. That's going to come with a lot of stuff. So that's not the hard part because I got the course laid out and I'm excited about that. What I want to do is I don't want to sell a course. And I think you understand that. What I want to sell, not even sell, what I want to do is attract people to have an interest in wanting to participate in this course. And so my challenge is the course is pretty big, pretty long, and I'm going to break it up. So I'm trying to figure out how to use free, what am I trying to say? Free items such as I have several worksheets and handbooks and journals that's coming with it and so forth. But I want to be able to I want to be able to plant the seed of interest before I even talk about, hey, if you like to join this group or whatever and do this course with us, blah, blah, blah. What do you suggest? How do I build that process? Because I'm actually ready to start posting as well, being active. How do I, because I'm going to give a lot of knowledge and then eventually link it to, if you would like to hang out with me on a, I don't know how to do marketing and sales, all that stuff. Can you hear the confusion? I think you hear it.
Yes, and I would teach you how to sell from the stage too, because that's in there. It's in your question. I would do
Okay,
that too.
so if you can guide me to that, because I think once I get that, it's everything. I can do it with everything. And so it's not just a one and done. This will walk me through the whole journey of dating my customer, right? And then, saying now it's time for us to go to dinner and so forth.
Okay, so Grace, we're going to call this creating a lead generation it's not a vehicle. Hold on, Grace. I gotta think. She wants a lead generation. Okay. Create a lead generating brand that ends in big ticket sales.
Oh, I didn't like the title. I like that title. Because I think what I've learned from you is this Gary V method, which I'm going to do, this 64 pieces out of one content. I think I remember that. And I'm going to start doing that. So I know that's probably part of it, but there's still a little, dance that you do before you blink an eye and flirting before you actually ask for the date.
No, it's fair. Absolutely. I mean, I can't just run up on you and be like, hey, so you paying all my bills now? Well,
yeah, no, you can't. No, for especially you, no, you can't.
Yeah, but so there you go. All right. So if I can't
Dion,
do it,
I'll deal with him later, Dion. I promise.
If I can't do it, you can't do it. I mean, you can't just run up on people. So no, it makes sense. Makes total sense.
That's the section of AI and Antonio's first 200 moves, or you change the title?
Nope, keep the same title. Or you can put, but this is this section, and I'll still get to it because I'm gonna do those moves rapidly. I'll still get to it, and then let's see. Or I'll tell you what. Yeah. We'll figure it out later. Grace. All right. And then the next step is going to be sell from the stage, Grace. Sell from the stage. How to sell from the stage, because she's going to need to, except for the stage changes now, right? The stage is not about, I don't know, but the stage is not about whatever you think it's about. It's about something else. It's not actual stage. It's the thingy that I'm going to bring up here in a little bit. All right. Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Grace, your turn.
I was telling Deanna, I think it was one day last week or earlier this week. It was Friday when she was talking about all the things she was doing. I don't know, it triggered it in my head. I've been wanting to create classroom games for students to make their classroom experience more fun, interesting, and engaging, because I used to do that with my kids. And one of them was trash can basketball. The other one was human tic-tac-toe and some other things. But I've been wanting to make other games for classrooms from elementary all the way to high school. And yesterday, baseball popped in my head. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, I know there's 3 strikes, so they can have 3 chances to answer a question, and 3 strikes are out. But it's an interactive game to where they can get up and move around the classroom.
Okay. Hold on. Let me stop it right there. Okay. You listen to me tell Adonia first, and I want you to take very good notes.
Okay.
And then I want you're doing a great job asking your question. But I want you to ask your question after I teach this first part, because it's going to make your question even higher, because you were at a level 7, which is good, because most people are at level 2. And so good job. Good job. That puts you in the top 70 percentile, unless you don't like being great. I mean, is that the case?
No.
Okay. All right. So good job.
Thank you.
But I want your question to come in like a 12 or a 13, though. I want you to be way past the top 1%. I want you to be 1,000%. So take this first part, because it applies to you too, since I just heard that. And then once you get this application, you're going to be able to strengthen. I want you to be like Adonia. Once I get this, I don't need nothing else.
Okay.
You get it? If I answer you now, you're going to have more questions. Okay. If I give you this foundation, we could possibly get to, once I get this, I won't have nothing else.
Okay.
And of course, we know Melissa is ear hustling the whole time, taking notes on all y'all stuff, because she ain't playing no games. Right. So we know this. All right. Don't have a title yet for your section until you ask your question again, Grace. Don't have a title yet just yet for your section.
Okay.
Okay. Let me finish the sentence, because I was taking notes while I was talking. Let's see. Sorry. Bam. And then okay. And I didn't have it. All right, here we go. To Adonia. To all of you. What Adonia has actually been quite brilliant, but you need to rethink the way you understand business. In this case, Chef Jay would have a great idea about this, but she wouldn't have honed in the way I'm about to do it, because you're not focused on the big ticket sales. So if your goal is big tickets, okay, thank you, Deanna. If your goal is big tickets, then you want to have 2 layers in front of that, is what Adonia is building. So her course, which is going to be a gazillions of dollars, because she said it's long, it's going to be free. But it's so difficult to sell something for free, because you still have to sell it. Some people are going to tell her, well, you should probably let it be for $1, because, and that makes sense too, but that's irrelevant for this conversation. Just know that you will hear that. So if the course is going to be free, And if the course is where she's going to capture more information or first information, then what she needs to do up front is be McDonald's. What she needs to do with the course is be Chick-fil-A. Allow me to explain. Up front, in front of the course needs to be 4 transactions in one sale, but they're all free. Okay. Pause. I know where I'm going. And if you catch this, you may never come to a call again. You might be busy making money. You may never be here again, which is a good thing. Hear what I said so far. I don't want this, you know what? For all of those who are not multitasking, I'm just talking to you. Okay. I'm just talking to you. Just talking to you. The rest of you, I'm not even going to give you a warning. This is what I've done so far. I already split up her company into manageable phases that could be handled with AI, staff, or anything. And I made the focal point of her company the course, even though that's for free. But while the focal point of the company is the course, it's not the most important part of the company. She is going to be extremely effective up front and extremely efficient with the course. There is a big difference between effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness is to do something so well it gets done quickly. Efficiency is to do something so well it gets done quickly and perfectly. Let me put that in grown folk talk. Adonia got a little 27-year-old little sweet thing. You understand what I'm saying? His chest is ripped up. His six-packs is six-packing grace. And
do the voice. Do the voice.
I can't change being 20, Adonia. I can't change. You know, she just got him from, just got him from South Africa. You understand? Brought him back in a suitcase. And he is efficient behind closed doors. See, her ex was effective. Got the job done. She got where she get to.
Watch it.
She had a good time. But Winston take his time with her. Winston do before play, foreplay, and explosions. You can use your imagination for explosions. She's arrived. Do you understand that? Can you translate? Okay, there you go. Before play, that means he already bringing in money. Plus he cleaning the house. She get home, it's a towel laid down because he about to give her a foot rub with her favorite oils and ointments. Her wine is prepared, chilled or unchilled, depending on what she drinks. Bubble bath on point with her favorite salts in it. Upon getting in the bubble bath, he has a tray set up to where she can eat her fruits and her berries and her favorite chocolates. He then tells her, call me when you want me to do your back. So then from there, she spent an hour soaking. Then she said, baby, come wash my back. You say what you want. This is a good man. You understand? I don't care what you say. This is a good man. You understand? All right. Baby, come do my back. He do the back. And then later he do her back. You understand? You can read between lines. You understand? You can read between lines. And that's all before. That's efficient. That's not, 15 minutes pumping and then it's over. That's effective. You understand? That's effective. And there's a difference now. while that may not be Adonia's actual reality, I do pray that reality for her immediately. And may he take over all the bills. Do you understand? This is what people always seem to understand stuff when I put it in relationships. I always seem to understand stuff. Her course is Winston. Okay, this is making sense now. Her course is Winston. So when they get to the course, she's going to say, hey, person I don't know, I got your bubble bath ready. Is it making sense now? I got your wine ready. Yeah, I got, and the only way you're going to do that is you got to know these people. So in the course, she's obviously going to ask more information, have more customer service, have surveys, questionnaires. I'm really making sense. Are you taking notes? Okay. She's going to, because in order to please Adonia, mind, body, and soul, you must know Adonia, mind, body, and soul. Am I the only grown? It's just me and Janice. We the only two grown people in here. And
You right about it.
Okay, y'all
better
saved.
You better read the chat.
Okay, let me look at it. Oh, okay, I got you. I'm just saying, good enough, because there's a time and place to get the job done, and there's a time and place to treat me like a queen. You understand? Okay, yeah, you understand now. You understand. So in her course, she is going to, how you let's put this in pedicure talk. You know how you get your toes and they wash them, they do your toes, you get out of there. Then you pay for the real package. You understand? When they put the hot wax on. They got to wash them. They just soak first. Then they put the hot wax all over them, but they massage you first. They scrub, they take off any polish you got, then they put the wax on and say, go ahead, sit there. You want a mimosa? And they come bring you a drink. You know what I'm talking about, Janice. They come bring you a drink. And then you get there and Susan's sitting back and they say, Susan, you want, then one lady is on Susan's left hand. One is on the feet, the other one on the right hand. There's 3 people working on Susan. They all got 1-syllable names. Rose, you know what I'm talking about. You know how I pay for these things.
Nay.
Okay, I pay for these things. Okay, so I know what goes on in the goings on. And I know what goes on. That's efficiency. Instead of give my toes down. Her course is going to be Chick-fil-A. Her course is going to be Winston. Her course is going to be unlimited mimosas while getting her feet done. And I don't care what you say. You ain't got to drink. But when you get the pamper, you can go and bring me a mimosa. I'll sip this thing slowly. Come on, ladies. Don't act like, I know ladies who don't drink, they'd be like, let me just take a few sips. I'll sample it.
Yes, sir.
I may not finish it, but I'm not going to turn it down.
Amen.
Okay, then. All right, then. And that's how you want your customers thinking about your course, because the course is not about your customer learning. Okay, Adonia's smart. She's getting where I'm going. The course is about Adonia pampering.
Yep. Not only do I get that, I get it to the extent of the course. It's just the course. So the course is not my business, and it's not the big part of it. What I'm doing is I'm setting them up to understand, because this is a personal development one on purpose, because eventually I want the employers to see that I am a good trainer and there's someone that could come to their stage and speak to their employees about the topics that I really want to deal with, which is this poor leadership stuff. So there is a reason for it, but I'm testing it out by doing it for the individual people, if that makes sense.
And we got plenty of examples about it. Look, what she just said in plain English, all these 500,000 people taking her course ain't even her customer. They employers are. What Adonia is attempting to do is have 3 clients to take care of her for the rest of her life. Y'all gonna have 500,000. Adonia want 3. give me Halliburton, the White House, and the WHO. That's it. That's all the clients she need. Put me. She want $1 million retainers. Am I speaking okay, Adonia? Am I doing all right?
Absolutely.
Okay, then. She's going for value, not volume. She wants to have the illusion. She wants to have the business system of 100,000 people paying $19.99 a month. But she don't want to have that as her business model. She wants it as her lead generation so she can then go after, yes, I'll coach you for $5 million a year. Everybody get this? So you don't need 6 things that I have not said yet. Thing number 1, I'm going to call it, I'm going to put it in the category. There's a lot of things in this category. So we're going to call it easy access media. That's what we're going to call it. Inside of easy access media, it's obviously what you think. YouTube videos, Facebook videos, live videos, but we're going to switch it now. Webinars, podcasts. Why? Because I want Adonia to be McDonald's. McDonald's has 32 things on a menu. They're all disgusting. Every one. Every last, ask Susan. They're all disgusting. And every one of them. But that don't mean folk don't eat them. Because here's what we know about McDonald's, Adonia. Adonia can get in her car right now. Drive to South LA, which is a ways away. Hit that rural area and have to pee. It happens to all of it. Don't act like it don't. And then go, well, I'm not going to stop at a gas station. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, ladies.
If they ain't Buc-ee's, I ain't stopping.
Wait, she don't know nothing about no Buc-ee's. She don't know nothing about no Buc-ee's. Yeah. That's a Texas. That's a Texas thing. So what are you gonna say? I'm gonna stop at the next Walmart. I'm gonna stop at the next McDonald's. There's 2 things we know about American commune. McDonald's and Walmart, you're gonna pass up somewhere along the way. And I'm trying to tell you, at her easy access media, she needs to have that dependability as McDonald's. I don't care where I get on the internet. I don't care what problem I have. Adonia gonna help me out along the way. I'm killing it. Adonia gonna help me out along the way. So so all easy access media, all of it. So how does she do you want fries with that? You want this podcast with that? Want this webinar with that? Uh-oh, it's starting to make sense.
Now you got me excited. Keep going.
Okay, all right. See, all that easy access media, she's going to have about 8 different things that she can do. She's going to use ChatGPT and artificial intelligence and all sorts of stuff. The video artificial intelligence we talked about, I don't remember the name of it right now. She's going to use all of that. And every time you get somewhere, like if she's on the podcast, thank you so much, everybody. I do appreciate you for being here. If you want more of this, and absolutely no charge to you, then swing on over to my YouTube page in which we go in more depth with an audience and blah, blah, blah. Do you want fries with that? So now you're going into the Adonia verse. So in the easy access thing, Adonia needs at least 1, 2. You want a burger? Yes. Want fries? Yes. Want a drink? Yes. Want a supersize? Yes. Want a dessert? Yes. Give me ice cream too. And give me one of them shakes. And kids like them shakes. 7. She needs 7 things at minimum in easy access. It's not difficult. You got artificial intelligence to repurpose your material. All you got to do is make sure while all 7 may have the same information, they have different nuances too. To where she's doing a live video by herself, but she's got her best friend, her best girlfriend, Kathy, who don't mind talking. And she say, Kathy, let me ask you a question. And then Kathy would take it and run with it. You know, that kind of interview style or whatever. Y'all know we all got Kathy. You know what I'm talking about. We all got Kathy. You all got Kathy. You call them, you on the phone for 2 hours. Okay. That's all right. Only me and Grace know these people. It's all right, though. It's all right. It's all right. You understand?
No, I know.
That's a great interview partner. You hear me?
People.
Great interview partner. Girl, if you're going to talk to me for 2 hours, let me record it. And there's your content. And one of the things she can do too, I don't get people calling her all day long. All right, this call is being recorded. Go ahead. Go ahead, John. Let me hear. And that's that behind the scenes stuff, right? Do you want fries with that? Because if she do it long enough, then she moves to the second phase. And the second phase is when you start getting the Adonia library, because she got all this content. And there's so much out there. And she has this library of things that she's going to sell for $397. Put a pin in that. We coming back to it. The second phase is a secret phase in which you're charging, but no one knows about it. It's second in development, but not second in your customer's consciousness. Let me explain. Adonia's customer is going to move to the easy access verse and then go straight to the course. That's in their consciousness. But to Adonia and her business model, the course is step 3. To the customer, the course is step 2. To Adonia's business model, the course is step 3, because there's a silent step, like the G in lasagna. It's a silent step in between the course and the easy access, which is, let me start charging for things. Does Adonia want to charge? No. Is she going to charge? Yes. Is she going to charge because she needs to retire? Nope. Is she going to charge because she needs the money? Nope. Does she need to retire? Yes. Is the money going to be okay? Yeah. We don't care about that. Adonia for the love this part. The second step is silent, because we're training Adonia's customers to pull out their wallets. Walk with me, if you will. Easy access, they have no reason to pull out their wallets. Course, they have no reason to pull out their wallets. Just give me your name, number, your email. But that second silent step is going to be in between. Hey, if you really like this video over here, the easy access, well, there is a library of 1,000 more hours of this. If you like this course, there is a library of 1,000 more hours of this. And you can hit, it's in between because you can serve both. It's like, well, the example I have is inappropriate example, but yes, okay, you get it. It's you get to serve both. It's like being able to scratch that itchy spot on your back. There you go. I got a Disney Channel answer now. But it's way up there, but you flexible enough to get there. You're like, oh yes, okay, that's what it's like. Because you know, when it's been itching for a while, when you finally scratch it, that thing feels good. It feels like heaven. It was like releasing a full bladder. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. You know, that's a worship moment. You hear me, Janet? That's a worship moment. This thing was getting heavy. It was hurting. Somebody gonna be there today, Grace. Woof. I haven't held that too long. Somebody gonna be that day. So in between, to relieve confusion, she needs a second silent step to train her customers to come off their credit cards. Why? Because now that means trust. And now Adonia is a trustworthy person. And then she needs a fourth step. I'm going to build it all out. A fourth step after the course that says, since you trust me, tell me about your employer and the rest of this business I want to know. I'm going to make it make sense, Grace. I'm going to make it make sense. I'm going to make it make sense. I'm going to make it make sense, Grace.
I mean, you're already doing good. I wouldn't have put it at 4. I'm thinking it would be even further down, but it's just because I have a thought in my head, but I ain't gonna say it because I really want to hear you ride me to your 7 or whatever and see if I'm close to it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then of course you're gonna put your stuff in between and then boom, straight. Because she asked me, give me this, and I ain't gonna need nothing else. So that's what we doing. That's what we doing. So in my step 4, it's, hey, since you know, spend some money. What's your blood type? You understand? What's your social? What's your address? She's gonna need it. You W-2 or 1099. You understand? You gotta do all that. You gotta do all that. You have to do all that. Be surprised. Your bank have a lot of information on you. A lot of information on you. They even know your drug habits. Follow the money. Your bank know if you drink too much. They know where you shop. They know what zip code you live in. They know what zip code you shop in. They know about that hotel you shouldn't have been in. They know about that. I use this ATM so I can't have no paper trail. They know where it's at. Anyway, sorry, that's the spy in me coming out. Just know that all I got to know is if you keep stopping at this ATM, let me not give y'all too much information. Like Steve Harvey, I'm dropping out too many nuggets. All right. Continue. Let's back up. Number 1, easy access, but she needs 8 of them.
Wait. Okay. So phase 1 is easy access media. Phase 2 is the Adonia library.
This is my traino. Phase 2 is training my customer to spend.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Training my customer to spend. They need to be trained. See, they know how to see. Y'all problem is you'd be like, man, my customers ain't buying from me. They buying. They ain't buying from you. You ain't trained them to buy from you. You ain't trained them to buy your book. You ain't trained them to click on your website. They are on the number 1 website in the world, Facebook, every 5 minutes. So they're trained. They're just not trained for Bay Area Adonia. They need to be trained. The little puppies that need to be broken. Little babies that need to be potty trained. Somebody got to think like this. And if you can't, you need to hire somebody who will. They're a man that need to be housebroken, Janice. Now, if you're going to put your clothes from the front door to where you done laid them off, and I can't change this, that's fine. But all these bills is yours now. I'll pick these clothes up, no problem. I'll pick every last one of these clothes out. But these bills is yours then. So you want to leave dishes in the sink? That's no problem. So our agreement is, you take care of me now. My money's my money. Because my mama told me don't be no food. You might act crazy. I need to have my own emergency money. Come on. Come on, baby boomers.
Come on, Rem.
Come on now. Girl, don't you go, you make sure you have $20. Remember when before phones was mobile, they were cell phones. I mean, before they were cell phones, they were mobile phones. Make sure that don't you make sure you have at least 25 minutes just for an emergency.
That's true.
Don't get caught out there. You make sure you have 50 cents for a payphone or 25 or 20, depending on, you know what I'm talking about. All right. We got the same grandmother. Okay, don't you get out there. Fools out there. But we got to train our customers. Step 3, Grace, is the course, but that's where we Winston. You know, that's when we doing I need you to get so every time I bring up step 3 it's only grown folk analogy so y'all can get it. Because I don't want you to think, well, I got it. No, you don't get it. I used to hide your kids, hide your kids, hide your kids, hide your kids. You know how how some people, that's all I'm saying, some people, like they want the booty rub so they can go to sleep. You know what I'm talking about? Don't. I bust this whole call wide open. Don't. Okay. Thank you, Renee, for your transparency. I sure appreciate you. I'm talking about you got to do that to your customers in the course. You got to do that to your customers in the course. Just 45 minutes, your arm burning. Or the customer that want to, or you got the mate that Janice, they sleep on top of you, your arm that fell asleep 45 minutes ago, but they like it. It's all good. You're wiggling your fingers trying to bring it back to life, stuff like that. That's what you got to do to your customers in the course. Not all y'all, but she does, because the customers are like Facebook users. They're not the real customers. She's going after the advertisers who don't need to be trained to spend money. Because what she's going to do is she's going to say, let me come to your employment. And then she also going to, she's going to make money both ways. She's going to say, let me come over there to Exxon. But hey, I got 60,000 Exxon people right here. What y'all want to pay me to teach them? She got it. Adonia got it. You see how that works?
Oh, I'm so listening. I'm thinking of businesses already that I can go to.
Okay.
And by the way, we do have an Exxon here. So of course, most people know that. But anyway.
There you go. See it. And then step 4, what did I say step 4 was, Grace? Oh, no.
I was gonna ask for a little title for it, but you said since they trust Adonia, he's not gonna ask him, hey, tell me about your employees. Tell me what I want to know about your employees.
Yeah,
With employers or employees.
This is where she become sugar daddy. You understand? This is where she become the white man. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an appropriate title. She's gonna have to put an appropriate title, but this is where she becomes the president of the United States. This is where she gets all the power. This is where she called the shots. When I got a program. This is where she write her own ticket. There you go. She'll like that one. Where she write her own ticket. Where she write her own ticket. Because on step 4, she's only doing things that make her say, nah, thank you for the $1 million offer, but I'm closed now. I have all the clients we need this year, because she had 3 clients give her $10 million. Lord, speak these things over her, don't you? Wash them all over her. May one of them show up this year. Don't you? Here's 10 million.
Amen.
I bet you she retired today. I'm putting my 2 weeks notice, but I got 2 years of vacation saved up. So really, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not gonna do it. Not at all, not even close. So take this, and then you'll pay me for the next 2 years, or you can just cash me out. But here's my keys. I sure hope you will.
Now that there, I'm gonna script that out, and I'm gonna say, one moment, please. I have something I want to read to you, and I'm gonna read it
Word for word.
Yes, like
Word
that.
for
'Cause, I
word.
mean, 'cause I'm gonna leave on a good note. I'm really, I mean, again, and thanks to my coaching, it's really it's pretty simple. It's just, you know, I'm going to assist you at a different level. Oh, that's right. You're gonna pay me per project. Like you want me to update your handbook, I'd be happy to. That's gonna cost you some money. So it's, you know, it's a project based type of responsibility. I don't employ with you. I might be in Jamaica on the beach somewhere. Okay, I will, you know, laptop it and send them what they need. His biggest issue is, you know, I'm pretty good with the law from the standpoint of where we can touch the line but not cross it, and then where you don't want to cross. And you need some legal assistance. Okay, that's going to cost you. So that's what I'm planning on doing.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you're gonna do it, and you're gonna do it well. She's gonna have it scripted. Jeff, wait a minute, don't talk, Jeff. That's not in my script. Okay. Okay, Jeff, you talk in 5 minutes. Give me a second. Okay.
Her boss ain't gonna know what to do. Her boss is not
She ain't gonna have
know
no
what to do.
choice. She ain't gonna have no choice. It's I will work for you now in this capacity, or you're gonna lose all my gifts and talents. And Jeff can't afford to lose Adonia.
We can.
Can't afford to lose Adonia. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just got a great message from Ibrahim. I might share it. Anyway, so that's step 4. Now, are there any questions? Because I'm about to move to something somehow more important than this. Okay, good. So now, even if you got questions, you're probably nervous, but don't worry about it. So now we're going to do, Grace. We got to do something different. Okay? Let me pull up a note real quick.
Thank you. That was helpful for me. I appreciate you.
No doubt. And I'm about to do even more. So what is she going to need? Well, the stuff she needs, she already knows she's going to need. I'm not even going to go over the materials that she's going to need. Every last one of these steps I planned, they're completely powered by AI. AI is already putting people out of business right now, like right now. In fact, Ibrahim just messaged me about that. A bunch of writers that he know are out of business right now. But since he did something I had coached him to do, he's not. Because this was predictable. Just seeing this coming was predictable. Like, you don't need anyway. So what's getting ready to happen now is we must let's hoodify this for Grace. We're gonna hood these steps up for Grace. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, that's what she would say. Can you hood that up for me? Okay, there you go. So now, when we get you in, how do we do this? Like when you come in, how do you do this? How do you handle this information? Well, you split 2 things up. You split it up into the stage, and then you split it up into the show. So it's the stage, and then it's the show. I'm sorry, other way around, Grace. It's the show, then it's the close. The show, then it's the close. Every step of those 4 steps, this is me teaching you how to sell from the stage now, Adonia. Every step of those 4 steps need to be split in 2. So when you get to step 1 and when you get to all the easy access media, it's the show. So what does the show look like? It is you mastering your approach. Word for word, write this down, Grace. It is you accounting for this question. What is the most dramatic thing that I can show my audience that will create trust and certainty in the mind of my audience? I'll repeat. What is the most dramatic thing that I can show my audience that will create trust and certainty in the mind of my audience. See, she's not just up there teaching. She has enough information to know about the struggle. Adonia, you struggled, didn't you? You familiar with the struggle? You familiar with it, huh?
Yeah, I know a little something about that.
You was born and raised in California, huh?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, you went through all those economic everything. So she not a California transplant. She done went from she seen $10 milk. Can't use water for 6 months. Adonia, am I lying? $7 gas.
Yeah, they have this thing called $7 gas is now, and that's cheap. We can and don't let's not even talk about crossing over a bridge, because no matter where I go, I got to go somewhere over some water. We're talking $7 on one, getting ready to go to $8. San Francisco, you're gonna hit $10, especially if you're in the middle of a commute. The peak hours. Oh yeah, that's just to get to a job. Just saying.
Do you know what Republicans would do if gas hit $10 a gallon in Texas? Republicans will burn this joint down. I ain't lying to you. Mark my words.
You're right.
You let gas hit $10 a gallon in Texas. Everybody, see, y'all can do that in California because y'all ain't got no guns. You know.
Wait. So are we? Are you suggesting that I might need to go get me a little weapon?
That's
Because,
what
I
I'm
mean, it's not 10 yet. It's getting to 10. It's the
Right.
bridge toll that's 10. But the bottom line is, before you even do anything, you got to pull some money out your pocket. I mean, like to walk out my house, I got to have money in my pocket.
Gotta have money, and you still got a state tax too. Forgot about that.
Did she say the
Oh,
bridge
but
toll
no,
is
it-
$10?
Yeah.
It's almost
Wow.
percent. They call it peak hours. So when it's really lots of traffic, we can make lots of money. So it goes up, and then it goes, and then it'll go back to $7 or $8. I cross the bridge, it's $7, getting ready to go to $8 every day when I
Every
cross
day.
it. I'm not even at my office.
And ain't got no choice but to cross it.
You got no choice. I mean, you can jump in the water, but that might not be a good idea.
No, I don't think so. I don't think your car can handle the intake of water like that. I don't think the engine would withstand that. And going to work soaking wet with fish all over you is not a good plan. It's not a good plan. Not a good plan. And then there's some sharks in that water too over there.
I could stay in the city that I live in, but I live in a military town. So there's an Air Force base, just not real. I can walk to it almost. It's 5 miles, just less than that. And so it's military. So it's a modest, bedroom community on purpose, which is why I'm here, because I don't have to pay $14 million in a mortgage payment. I'd cross over into a city that you got to pay $14 million, but I'm not trying to live there. I don't want to pay for their big old gigantic houses, and they can't do nothing, and they got Teslas in front of it, but they can't go nowhere. I don't want to do that.
You gonna tell me, according to Grace Google search yesterday, I live in a town of 18,000 people. They lying now. It's 13,000. They lying. They done inflated some numbers. 13,000. You can't. Ain't nobody here. You know why? Because everything cheap here.
I mean, they could have shifted some lines somewhere, we already don't have a school district. Just to tell them what they do.
Yeah, we ain't got no school district. We ain't got no school district at all. They get on horses and go through McDonald's drive-through where I'm at on a regular basis. These black folk too. I ain't talking about.
You're like real horse. You're being silly, right? You're not talking about four-legged.
No, for real.
No.
No,
Like,
come on, I'm serious. No, for real though.
No, like real horses.
You can drive down the street and they
Like gallop. With a saddle on it. Yes. Yeah, a car and a horse is on the same highway.
No, you're not. I know you're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
Like Wild Wild West, like horses with
Yes. Like
no.
1873.
No.
I'm dead serious.
Yep.
That's where I live. That's exactly where me and John live. Yeah. So when I say, Jerome, they test on the internet again, that's because ain't no wires out here.
So you don't have cars that don't have people in it that drive you somewhere? 'Cause I'm not getting one. But we got cars. We have carless. I mean, peopless vehicles that pick you up, and they drive you.
No,
I'll never do it because it's not
Y'all,
going to
y'all,
happen.
y'all advance. Y'all advance.
No,
that's
not
dope.
that. It'd be
I
crazy.
thought that was in the future.
Because
That's
the
not in
robots
Texas.
They gonna take over and they gonna pour us in water and dump us off where they want. No, I'm not doing that. But
We
we
got
have
prison. We got some
cars
prisons.
that don't have people in them.
We got prisons with people in them. We ain't got that. Okay, yeah, we ain't got that. We ain't got that. We ain't got that. In fact, you won't even see a Tesla down here. Maybe one. You won't even see a Tesla down here. Maybe
I'm
one.
probably the only one in my neighborhood that probably don't have one. I mean,
Mhm.
everybody drives Tesla. Like, who doesn't have a $900 million car? Come on, are you serious? I'm not buying no Tesla. It's for a bunch of reasons. I'm sorry if I piss people off with that man. I don't like him no way. But anyway, different story.
Well, Twitter make you not like him for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. The show, Grace. They got put on the show. See, they putting on the show in California. Say, hey, it's peak hours, baby. If you want traffic to move good, pay $10. That's the show. That's the show. That's the show. And what's the real part of the show? After peak hours, we'll drop it back down for you. So what do people do? Well, I'm gonna just wait. Yeah, you still gonna pay though. You're not waiting for free. That's the show. When I tell Deanna, think on the mic. The show. I say, great, share your screen. Mute mic while you're sharing your screen. That's the show. Because everything is entertainment. Don't you do, Janice, don't you go on live and then be sitting there, got us watching you bob your head while you got some of the crappy music in the background because you waiting for people to show up.
Can't stand that.
I can't stand it. It makes no sense because you're not thinking about most people are going to watch the replay. So you're going to hold us here for 10 minutes. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. I'll be talking about this in a little bit. So we're waiting on more people to come. No, that's not the show. You telling me that you don't have an audience that trusts you enough to show up. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. You're telling me that your marketing sucks so bad you can't email people beforehand. So you got no marketing system. You got no team. It's just you by yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That doesn't make any sense. That's the show. So Grace, quickly. When you get them, after that very dramatic question, I'm sorry, I forgot to break it down. But when you get that super dramatic question, when Chef Jay said, what's the craziest thing I can show my people? The most dramatic thing I can show my people to give them trust immediately. I don't know for her audience, but it needs to be so strong, Grace, that within 5 seconds, people are going, damn, Antonio's the real deal. And if they can't do that, you got to get better at what you're doing. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to go, hey, everybody, here's my CRM. Let me show you how it's easier and faster than anything you've ever done before. Hey, I got a question for y'all. You want me to do this or y'all want me to help one of y'all? Melissa say, I'm going to be here all the time. Help one of them. And now I'm knocking the meat off this thing with a real deal business plan. Clear? The show. And now somebody's going, man, that was real helpful. Real helpful. And that's going to be much easier for me to help Grace. Short answer, because now you got all this to deal with. Grace, after I show you how quick and easy it is, how much is due, now I got to end. I got 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, Grace, every 2 minutes of my presentation, every 2 minutes, Adonia is opening her mouth. She is introducing a fact that her audience has never heard before anywhere else. It is by design. Every 2 minutes. Going to work is free, but you can't get back home until you pay the toll. Insane. Well, you got people burning. You know what? That's probably what it is. They probably done went up on the toes and say, y'all not using no more gas, huh? You don't give with electric, huh? All right, then. I bet they found a way to tax the electric charging things. I bet they did. I bet there's a federal tax on it. That's what I would do. I would absolutely put a state tax on it. I sure would. I would put a state tax, and then I would do it. If I can't get the customer, I would get whoever owns the little battery charging thing. Sure would. Sure would. That's what I would do. If I was a greedy, little greasy, give me all your money, that's exactly what I would do. I would find a way inside Adonia's house to get paid every time she take a pill. Sure would. To get that subscription. Grace, next is your entire presentation needs to be a demonstration of how freaking fantastic you are. Your entire presentation needs to be a whole soiree about how fantastic you are. And then you move to then there's a few key questions. So to simplify this, Adonia, write all 5 of these down. Your audience is asking, can I trust Adonia? And then they're asking, is Adonia competent? Is Adonia talented? Is Adonia the leader I've been looking for? And does Adonia have my back? Can I trust Adonia? Can I trust this person is what you're right now, Grace. Is this person competent is what you're right now, Grace. Is this person talented? Is this person the leader I've been looking for? And they're asking Chef J, does Chef J have my back? Or does she want me to just buy a meal?
Let me ask you a question. How do you separate competent and talent? They're kind of together to me, but I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Yeah, no, fair enough. So talent. So let's separate this between giftedness and anointedness, because that's what I'm doing with competency and talent. So what all you gotta think about, let's make Adonia a pastor's kid. And she grew up in the church. And you really got to be in church to get this example, because we all seen it. You see somebody with the gift, but it's something about them, you know? I never met somebody like that. Like they good at what they do, but it's just something that just keep gnawing at you. Like, I don't know. Because just because you're talented, don't mean you're talented for me. Just because you're gifted, don't mean you're anointed. Everybody can sing. Some people sing and make you cry immediately upon singing. There's a difference. So everybody, that's really, it's reversed in the business field. Everybody's competent, but everybody ain't talented. Now let's put this in HR talk, and now you're going to get it. Everybody got HR skills, but everybody not emotional, intelligent, Adonia. So I'm saying emotional intelligence is talented. That's just a gift. That's just what separates her. That's what makes her good at HR. There's something about Adonia that she was born. She has a talent to do this thing. Anybody can read a book, competency, you get it, Adonia, and get her skill. But are you a practitioner with a gift in this area? Y'all get what I'm saying? That question and the answers was pretty hard. If I didn't have a talent for this, I can't break it down in different ways.
Actually, that was helpful. I got what you were going with.
Yeah, because they don't want book knowledge, but I need you to have the book knowledge. But then is Adonia gifted at this though? Is she gifted? Is she the one that's supposed to be doing this leadership, personal development? And yeah, because she had to personally develop herself out of a divorce. I don't know if y'all have ever been divorced, but let me tell you something. That is ground zero for death. If you ain't never been divorced, let me tell you something. Forget your credit getting messed up. You get messed up. You know how much pain you go through before the divorce? Don't let me bother y'all. Y'all saved. Y'all ain't never had a problem. I know. You know. Grace, to close is simple. Okay. Don't sell the course, Adonia. Sell the joy of the lifestyle they will get for getting in the course. Even though it's
okay. I get that. So I mean, like in my DNA, I totally get that, because that's really it's the imagination of and I always talk about the possibility and the what ifs. It's the what if I do this, what all the wonderful things that can happen. That's really what I'm selling.
There you go. There you go.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, don't sell the course. You're going to sell
Sell
the
the-
joy of the lifestyle for getting in the course. Don't sell your hoop in the trash can app, Grace. You said something like that. Sell the joy they would get with basketball hoops. You said something about that. But the joy. When you play this app, you feel smart. Not this app is going to teach you math. No. This app gives you confidence to have intelligent conversations. You get it, Grace? There's a big difference here. There's a big difference. This is what I've been trying to figure out. Knowledge, math, talent, or both. How do you figure out oneself? Okay. So let me back up real quick. Okay, hold on. Actually, let me come back to that. So Adonia can put on her blouse.
Yes, it is a blouse. It's a blouse.
You're going to let your audience know up front that you will not work with all of them. Hey, everybody, Adonia. Every single thing I'm giving you, I'm so glad you're here. The course, that's not for everybody. The course is for people who truly want to take it to the next level. So we're not in the show no more, Grace. We're in the close. Because what's the point of I don't have no good examples here. I got fantastic examples. I just don't have no Disney Channel examples.
You got to go and get one.
Yes, I got fantastic examples though. They're fantastic, Janice. They just, what's the point of Janice getting the man and he community D? You know what I'm saying? For the whole community. Everybody that had them and still got them. So don't turn yourself into that. Adonia, people in your industry commoditize themselves. Don't be a commodity. Commodities go up and down. Adonia is saying, wait a minute, stop. All that free stuff out there, that's commodity. This course, I ought to charge you. This course is for the people who I'm going to build with. It ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody. Okay, see? So they say I'm on to something. It's not for everybody. I don't want, this is what Adonia says. There's an attendance. It's free. But there's an attendance policy. If you don't use it once every 90 days, your free access gets revoked. And now you got to pay. You have to have a written excuse not to log on. Which makes sense. It doesn't make sense for people because, see, for free, they're just going to get it and sit on it. But that don't help Adonia. Don't sit on it. You need to be taking this course. And we have an attendance policy. I don't work with everybody. I only work with people who show up for themselves. I bet Adonia agree, though. Only work people show up for themselves. You must, while closing, you have to let people know everybody can't have me. I don't work with everybody. The human consultants don't connote everybody. This is why we do a free consultation first. We're not worried about being a good fit for you. We're worried about you being a good fit for us. Here at Adonia Partners LLC, we stack the deck in our favor. We're looking for like-minded people, people who are energized to change the world. You get it, Grace? Make sure giving away the course is not desperate, because desperation is loud. This is where you need to be like Antonio, and you need to get cocky here. You can call it whatever word you want. This is when you need to know, I got what you need. And I don't care if you get it. But those who do, I got bonuses inside that you can't find out about until you get in it. I'm telling y'all, if you commoditize yourself, people won't buy from you. This is why, Antonio, can you coach me? Now I'm good, cuz. Good. Hell, I'm already accessible. Hell, I look like coaching you too. Nah. You coach with me. You somebody special. I ain't in the coaching business. So that makes me more expensive. Lastly, Grace, understand that bread and water are the only things on the planet that are free. They're the only things on this planet in this. Okay, listen. Bread and water are the only things on this planet that are needed. Forget free, Grace. So if you think somebody needs your product, you are under an arrogant entrepreneur illusion. Don't nobody need my CRM. It's a lie. It's something I convinced myself is wrong. They need bread and they need water. On your deathbed, Janice, you would not go, oh my God, I wish I would have used Antonio CRM more. That is not what you're going to do. Oh my God, I wonder if my credit score, nope, I can't breathe. I should have married Joe, something like that. It will not be, oh my God, I miss one of Antonio's morning calls. It won't. It just will not be. Bread and water, Grace, are the only things on this planet that are needed. Everything else must be sold. But it's free. You just gotta sell. Is it bread? Is it water? Then you gotta sell it. Well, I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. You gotta sell yourself as one. Sorry. Unpopular opinion is about to come out. I was talking to somebody. I'm sorry. This is me not answering. Somebody asked a question. This is what I've been trying to figure out. If I'm knowledgeable or do I have talent or am I both? How do you figure out oneself? Les Brown says, never make a point when I tell a story. Never tell a story without making a point. Story time. Just recently, I was talking to an extremely attractive lady, like the standard, she's like a 20 on a scale of 10. She's got all the ball players after her and such and such and such and such. And she fooled around and asked Antonio a question. That was her first mistake. Her first mistake was asking me a question. Her second mistake was thinking that I give a bleep about her aura. I'm the finest person in this room. Shit. You must don't know me.
Can't stand you.
You must don't know me. I've been like this since I was 6 years old. I'm the finest person in this room, right? And so she asked me a question. I say, listen, little mama. I don't chase no women. That's what I'm telling her, right? Now we was because she was trying to get this wasn't about me and her. I was explaining to her, and I was like, look, there's two ways to look at dating and women. Let me tell you what I teach my boys. Then I'm gonna tell you what I teach them. And I teach my boys this in front of my daughter, in front of their mama, and I'm gonna pass it on to y'all. I teach my boys that women are hypergamous. And I say now,
Say that word again.
Hypergamous, my bad.
Okay.
Women date up.
Oh,
Women
okay,
date
okay.
up. Yes. We have a big
Thank you so
vocabulary
much.
in the
Thank you
house.
so much.
Yes. Women date up. And I said, you don't have to like this. And you could be like, not me. And I'm still going to say it's not true, because it's perfectly okay for me to find a woman who is a janitor and lift her up to some greatness. But it is not okay for Janice to go find a janitor and lift him up for greatness. You say what you want. I don't care how saved you is. It's ingrained in us through, I don't know if it's society, I don't know what it is.
I
But
wish I could hit
Adonia,
you right now. I just want to swing on you. I just want me and you going into a boxing ring when I see you. I want to just beat you sometimes. We are all, don't put me in a box. Don't put me in a box.
You
Do
fit in
not
there though.
box. Don't do it. I just want to swing on you right now.
I know. Well, you always want to be outside the box. But here's the deal. Adonia ain't taking no projects. Baby, I can't be your sponsor. That's what Adonia is. I can't be your sponsor. If you came here broken, you need to go to therapy first. Go get you a sponsor and come back over here whole. Please. Because I can't be your sponsor. I've done that before. No more sponsors. Grace say kindly. And ain't a single woman out here to disagree. I can't be your sponsor, baby. I can't do it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Can't do it. You don't come over here broken. That's not my life no more. Don't come over here broken. No more projects, ladies. No more projects. Amen. No more projects, Grace. No more projects. Come over here whole. No more projects. No. We're not building no more men. We building legacies, not men.
Or women.
You better talk.
True.
Or
No doubt.
women.
Or women, you're correct. But I'm trying to get you to see hypergamy. It is inappropriate for Janice to build me if I ain't built myself. Now, if I built myself, I'm now qualified for her to go, but let me add to that. But Janice ain't supposed to come down. This is why, y'all not gonna like this, but this is why it works. This is why when a Black woman gets with a white man, girl, go ahead, girl. When a Black man gets with a white woman, it's awful. He done traded. Because it has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with the fact that white is up. And men aren't supposed to date up. Men are supposed to date evenly or down. That's what it's about. It's just psychology.
I want to argue with you so bad, but I'm telling myself I'm not. I want to cuss you right now, but I am not going to go there.
I know.
I dare you to come to California. Me and you gonna box.
I know.
Lord, I want to say something, but I'm going to say professionalism. I'm not going to go there.
It's too funny. So I was telling this lady, look, I teach my boys, keep your body right. Don't be like your daddy and have to I got my body right now. But it was a fight, Janice. You understand? I shouldn't have got fat in the first doggone place. Shit. Because I was always muscular, always everything. And then somewhere in my 30s, Reese's peanut butter cups became God's candy. You understand? And it's God's candy. And I thought those were God's calories. God would take these calories, not me. You understand? God will shield me from these calories, Grace.
No, I talked you out of them.
Until you talk me out of it. My stomach said that is a lie. Okay. All of the calories went to my stomach. All of them. It was not God's calories, not God's calories at all. And so I told her, I teach my boys that if your body is right, doesn't matter what you're trying to do. You get addicted to a workout, get addicted to the pain of working out. Like they work out with me every day now. And I told them, and we rich. You got to get your money right. Because when you leave this house, all these men are going to teach you chase women. And I tell my boys, don't do that. This has nothing to do with arrogance. But if every man is out here chasing a woman, it means it ain't the right thing to do. So what you're going to wind up doing is you're going to wind up getting 5 or 6 women. You're going to wind up trying to be a player, and all these things have bad consequences. So what you do is, if you're right, if your body is right, if your money is right, if your mind is right, they'll come to you. That's what I teach them. And I turn right around and I say, baby, that's what I call my little girl. Same for you. You don't need to be dating somebody that can't impress you like your daddy can. The girl 5, she gets these lessons already.
Amen.
I'm gonna start recording these conversations with my kids just so y'all can see I'll be dead serious. My daddy could buy that. What you bring to the table is what she need to be saying. My daddy did this for me. This is what she need to be saying. Because I don't want no boy with a little car, Adonia, pulling up on her at 16, talking about get in. No, I got my own car. My daddy taught me how to drive already. I'm just trying to get y'all to see something. So it's me talking to the lady. So I say, so and I told her there's a scripture in the Bible that explains this well. But y'all skip over it all the time. Y'all love to talk about it, but you skip over it. It's Proverbs 31. This is what I was telling them. See, I said unpopular opinion ensues. I said that first. I said, y'all love to say I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. Because you run to the end. No. That whole proverb says men should not chase women. That when a man findeth a wife, Jerome, he findeth a good thing. Is this not correct? Is that not what y'all saying? A good thing. Okay. A good thing don't have to be chased.
Then all you guys must have missed that sermon, because I'm saying all y'all must have missed it. Because it just don't, heathens just don't act right.
Heathens. I was on a podcast yesterday and I told this lady, I said, girl, I didn't become a man. I was 25. I ain't gonna lie to you. I shouldn't even start dating until I was 30. I told her that. I was just on the podcast, y'all see it in the cover. I said I shouldn't even start dating until I was 30. I left a whole trail of wreckage. And I told her, because since I had issues with my mom, I had issues with women that didn't even know it. Since I had issues with my dad, I wasn't a man, didn't even know it. That's what I'm saying. So you telling me God is a nurturer, but the nurturer I was born to ain't no nurturer. So get your God out of my face. You telling me God is a father, but the father I was born to ain't no father. Get your God out of my face.
You was talking on the
It's gonna come out.
That is so deep. I'm so related right now.
Wow.
Ooh, that's because I need some counseling right now.
Yeah. So I'm jacked up. I'm completely jacked up, and this is 6-7 years old. I'm growing up. I'm making meanings out of this stuff. And I said, I'm not blaming my parents, but my brain is making meanings out of all these things. And now
it's influence. You're influenced by it. It's not. You're not blamed. their behavior and your experience is influ, you know, they're connected together, and that's
That's right.
influence who you become.
No doubt. And I had to
And
release
you
all
have
of
not
that.
tried to be, you know, who you don't
Yeah.
want to be, kind of thing.
Right. Right. And I had to release all of that. All of that I had to release. So I told this pretty girl, I said, listen, your problem is you got your situation is built around men chasing you. You wrong. Don't matter how fine you are. But I say more than likely your beauty ain't gonna never fade. But the men chasing you ain't men. That's what I said. I'm trying to tell you what I said. I'm trying to tell you what I said to her. I'm setting something up. The men chasing you ain't men. Those are males. Those aren't men. Those are males that have gone through puberty. Those are not
So you
men.
so you call them grown boys? Is that what you call them?
However you want to call them, Grace, they have the parts. They don't have the mentality. They're not equipped to take care of their mate. This is where the Sigma male in me clearly shows up. Okay. Everybody thinks I'm an alpha. This is what the Sigma male. I ain't chasing nobody. Because if I got to chase you, you own the market. I don't want nothing on the shelf. I want the stuff in the back room like Susan was. Phil had to go, what y'all got in the back? Susan at my line, what y'all got in the back? I don't want none of this stuff on the shelf. Tell me what's back there in the VIP area.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
I don't want you if you're on the shelf. Tell me what's back there. What y'all got back there in that room? Can't nobody get in. Oh, no. It's the Janice model back there. Well, I like that. Tell me about that model. Oh, well, you know, no, you can't. No, tell me about that model. I don't want the stuff for sale.
It's just like when you go to the big live events, you know, you pay for the highest VIP level to be in and all that. You don't want out with the regular people. You want back in that
And I
area.
love how you said regular people, because that's exactly what I told this guy.
And then you always want to go, I always knew this, to the ladies' restroom that was closest to that area. Don't go way out at some other restroom. That's where, I mean, a lot of deals with ladies are made in there because we're fixing her hair, putting on the lipstick, and then we're chatting. So I've closed lots of things in the ladies' restroom.
You just taught
but
me.
selected ladies' restrooms.
Right. Well, no, that you just taught me something. But that's why a lot of successful people work out at 4 a.m. Because guess who at the gym at 4 a.m? Other successful people. 5 a.m, successful people. What time of Adonia be up? 5 a.m, 4 a.m. It be 6 o'clock in the morning when Adonia on this call.
Yeah, early to rise and get in before anybody else does.
That's right. That's right.
Always
That's
done
absolutely
that.
right.
Adonia shows that as well. Not today, though. She's
Not today.
sliding in on time, hopefully.
Yeah, buddy.
And that's when they can tell that, you know, you're kind of losing that, you know.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah, and I don't stay the hours after work like I used to either. So they start to see a behavior change, but that's intentional.
It's intentional. It's intentional, and it should be. And nobody should believe that they should get to own you forever. That's our first mistake. Well, anyway, Grace, I ended the conversation, and I told her, I said, baby, you for sale. That's your real problem. So you're wondering why you can't find a man, because you've got people chasing you, trying to buy a woman. They're gonna cancel me, I'm talking about. They gonna cancel. I sound like a Republican right now. I'm just telling you what, and this ain't just male, female. Like this can go for any gender, whatever your sexual orientation is. But the thought process is the same. That if your reality is built around y'all come to me, y'all chase me. You're not attracting what you truly desire. You're attracting the chase. And the people who are going to chase are built in a certain fashion. That man didn't cheat. That man chased. You bought a chaser. Now you're mad when he's still chasing. Let me tell y'all something I told my daughter. She don't even understand what I said. I said, Janice, I told my daughter, I said, baby, whenever you start dating, I'm gonna kill you though, but whenever you start dating, that's exactly what I said. I said it just like that. Don't think I didn't. I said it just like that. Ain't no sense in me lying to you. Ain't no sense in me lying to y'all. Ain't no sense in me lying to you. I said it just like that. But whatever you do, baby, date a man who finished. If that man still got a list, let him go.
I'm hanging up on you right now. I can't. I have had enough of your shenanigans. I cannot.
Date a man who
Can you
finished, baby.
repeat that, please?
Date a man who's finished. Because if that man is not finished, there is nothing you can do that's going to make him stop.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Love him all you want to, Adonia. It don't matter. If that man has a list, he, at his testosterone levels, is going to cross out that list. But I was good to him. He wasn't done.
Wow.
I do not like you. I cannot stand you right now. I just cannot stand you. Oh my goodness.
Actually, it's a revelation at almost 59.
Yeah.
Jesus. See, we think that when we're good, that they'll change on their own.
No, baby. No.
We never look at it like that. Well, I didn't.
If that man ain't done.
They never
Okay,
really
so
ever change.
I'm on my break now.
You done made Trinae turn her camera on and come and talk.
Y'all, I'm on break now. So see, you on to something because I've been telling these helpers, cut this out, this bill. I'm gonna build him. You gonna build him up for somebody else, honey? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No ham. No spam.
I got the right crowd this morning, Grace. I got the right crowd this morning.
That's just
ridiculous.
Hey, Antonio, check out
Okay.
what I told my
Okay,
daughter.
Tyrell, Susan, and Adonia. Go ahead, Tyrell.
Yeah, I just told my daughters, I said, don't let that quarter hit that floor. And so they asked, well, what do you mean, Daddy? I said, come here. I grabbed the quarter. I said, put your knees together and let me put that quarter right there. So then when you out dating, you make sure that quarter don't hit that floor.
That's too funny. That's old school. That's old school. I ain't never heard that before. You damn sure from Texas talking like that. Go ahead, Susan.
Well, it was the first few weeks, that I met Phil when he was in our hometown, and he was the talk of the town, because he was marketing the bank stock there and everybody was talking about him. And of course I go to a party and meet him and all that. Then we started hanging out and I invited him to the lake to go on my friend's boat. And, I was going to water ski and all that stuff. Well, we get all out there, get all settled. And, 20 minutes later, he's ready to go. We're looking for the whole day. We're going to grill out that night, the whole thing. And he's got work to do. He's got deals to do. And I'm like, okay. And my friends were like, okay.
That is perfect.
Yeah. That was a perfect example. Yeah.
That is perfect. Oh my God, that sounds like Phil. That's what we talking about, Grace. See, she ain't get somebody for everybody. That man was, I done partied enough for the week. That was 17 more minutes than what I planned on. We had 20, I gotta go to work now. He been working ever since, right? He been working ever since. Adonia, I told her lately, you for sale. And here's the deal. I'm not talking about gender roles. Listen, see, somebody's gonna try to twist my words and say,
No,
gender-
I'm just laughing at you because you told us what she was.
yeah, I don't change. Janice, you didn't talk to me offline. I don't change. I stay exactly who I am at all times. I do not change whatsoever. I don't plan on it. I ain't got the energy for it. I ain't even got the spirit for it. Okay. I'm not changing. I say, baby, you for sale. That's your problem. And this has nothing to do with gender roles. This has everything to do with the fact that, because I'm answering the guy's question, who you are, right? Who are you? If you are someone that thinks you need to be chased, you're going to attract chasers. If you're someone that thinks you're always right, you're going to attract people who want to always prove you wrong. This is just what it is. There is, if you grow up short and you have the desire to be taller, you will attract your soulmate who is tall. These things happen. This is not me making this up. But if you think that being a good woman or being, let me turn it to men real quick, being a good man means I got the conversation and I'm gonna show Adonia what I got. That ain't no man. That's not, first off, I see right through all that. The first thing I'm at, Grace, let's go out. I'm gonna make sure our first couple of dates don't cost no money. I don't mind, because first off, I'm gonna pay all the bills type person anyway. So this ain't about money. This is me saying I'm not paying for nothing that you think I got to pay for. Me paying all your bills, me being responsible for you is a desire that I am so gladly wanting to do. But you're not going to force me. Rewind, press play. I look forward to making you a shopping spree. I could do whatever I want, wife. That's what she's trying to.
That's what I like. Yes.
Yeah, I look forward to. Go ahead, Trinace.
So some little dude posted. He been posting it religiously for the past 3 months. That a man shouldn't pay for nothing for 90 days if the girl not giving it up. I was like, ooh.
That's actually fair.
Ooh.
That's fair. That's actually fair. That ain't my standard, but that's fair. That's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair. Not my standard.
Elaborate on that.
Well, because if you're saying that I have a 90-day rule, there's nothing like we're not going to sleep together, anything like that for 90 days, then the man should also be able to say, well, I'm not going to spend any money for 90 days. Because
wait a minute. Now you call me a prostitute. Now you're calling me a prostitute. So you mean to tell me I gotta sleep with you for you to do something nice for me? You know what I can tell you to do right now, right?
Well,
that's what I don't need you to
why-
buy me something. Oh, I was gonna cuss you. I was gonna cuss you. I was
But
sorry. I
two
forgot where I was.
Two things. I said this ain't my standard, one, but it's fair because while we can say it makes you a prostitute, it also makes me a man whore. It makes me a gigolo. You're not thinking about it the other way. You're not thinking about
So,
the fact
I mean,
that a
for
man
me-
is expected to pay multiple people until you find a wife. You're not flipping it around. But go ahead, Trinace.
So the thing is, ain't no amount of dinner, ain't no amount of movies, ain't no amount of nothing, ain't no 90 days, ain't none of that go down, period. So it don't matter about you. You ain't spending no money because you ain't getting it 90 days. You ain't getting it 6 months. This me. This me. This how I operate. Because I told y'all I'm too good to give away. So ain't no amount of nothing.
You did say that.
You go spend, you go invest. That make you feel like you got a right for any of that.
And I agree with that. I completely agree.
Well, I'm
with
not a
that.
piece of property for you to invest in anyway.
Okay,
You got me attitude.
I was actually going to say that.
My attitude is on fleek right now. How dare you? I'm not a piece of property. I'm a human being.
I'm just saying
about me.
I'm just saying
Okay.
I'm just saying an investment of my time. because
Well, no.
dates,
So
although
both
you
of y'all are
spending
right.
money,
Both of y'all are
I mean, you
right.
can go pick a flower in a garden, and I would be happy. You don't got to spend money to do that. No, ooh, don't even get
that's
me
right. And see,
started.
that's unfortunate how how society operates now. If you
Right.
listen to a lot of these, a lot of the female artists, they high on they stuff is good, how you go pay for it, how you gotta have money, this, that, and the other
No,
thing.
that is a
And
societal standard.
that's
That's a
the
societal standard.
flow, or
Yeah.
that's the standard of the time.
That's a
That's
societal standard.
unfortunate.
If you think about it, this first off, Adonia, me and you are saying the same thing. I'm not on the side of this argument, just so we're clear. Let me give y'all my stance,
Right.
just so I can get these knives out of my neck real quick before, because y'all ready to slice. Let me give you my stance.
Before I go
ahead.
back from my break.
Yeah, because you'll break. Oh yeah, you want me to do it before? Yeah, because remember I said that's fair. I didn't say that's my. Remember I said that's fair, but that's not my standard. I'm not spending money on our first couple of days the way you think spending money is, because I want to see if we got energy. You understand? I'm not talking about withholding anything. That's why I said it's not my standard. My stance of not doing something is not an energy of withholding. I'm trying to do exactly what Adonia said. I'm trying to see if we match. Now, see, that's not bad now. That's not bad. And money and gifts and public play. When we go to the movie, you had chemistry with the movie. You ain't had chemistry with me. If we go to dinner, you had chemistry with the food and the chef and the waiter and the environment. That ain't with me. It ain't till I know we can do a picnic. Until we can sit there and just talk and laugh like little school kids. You ain't the one. That's fair.
Antonio,
Yes, sir.
I think a lot of the women on the call don't have the perspective of why someone would have that policy. And also, we don't have it because this hasn't happened to us. But as far as Twitter goes, so many, there are so many women who tweet about how they use dates to get free meals in New York, for example.
Yep.
So imagine, just put yourself there, right? Because I'm gonna put myself in your shoes and be like, okay, I understand that if some guy has promised you the world and then just like slept around and left, it would make sense to have a 90-day policy, because then it makes it not worth it,
right,
for anyone who's just looking for a fling, because there are easier flings out there, so they just move on.
Right.
Similarly, just imagine just being a guy. You go on a date, you're like, oh my God, this girl is so nice. I want to overspend, take her to the best possible place just so, I can make her feel special or make her see like how much I value her. And then you go on Twitter, you find out she's like, scammed someone out of a dinner.
Right.
So it makes sense for a guy like that to then have this policy, which might offend some women, but it will filter out anyone who's looking for a quick meal ticket. So they go on to the next guy. Now, me
But
and
I am
Antonio,
not a
we've
transaction. But
No, that's fair.
I'm not a
it's not.
transaction. So and that's what irritates me. You could
You
write
should
a
be
little
irritated.
note and say you're a
here's
nice
the
person and
thing.
I'm happy.
No, you should be irritated.
Hey, Adonia, I too can play offended. Hey, I'm not that desperate for pussy. But that's not the point. The point is understand that some people have to put that filter. If a woman has a 90-day filter, I'm not going out with her. I know that. Not because I want to fling, but I just don't want to get into this weird conditional thing with anyone.
Exactly.
So, and that woman is willing to let guys like me go just so she can have peace of mind that anyone she's sleeping with is 100% in it for it. And the guys who have this money policy, they're willing to let strong women like you just go because you feel like insulted by this. They're like, okay, you go, but at least anyone who's just looking at me like a meal ticket will also go. So who's left behind is someone who's genuinely into me. So we all have to put up filters Fortunately, Antonio and I have never had to put a filter like this, but I could see why
I can
someone
absolutely
would
see
put
it.
up a
Yeah.
filter like that.
Absolutely. It's not my standard, but I can absolutely see it. I can absolutely see it. And Donia's right. You should, first off, you should be frustrated. You absolutely should be frustrated. I agree with your frustration. You're not a transaction, but it should be. Chris Rock quantified this better than anybody else I know. Ibrahim just said a good second. Men only have value when they're taken away from themselves. And this is important. This is very important to understand this. And this is hard to. I told Deanna one time, like you're just not going to get it because you're not a man, and it's not disrespect for you. It's just that you're just not a man. So what I'm saying, it just won't comprehend to you. No different than I can understand a menstrual cycle. So you have no problem with me saying that I can understand a menstrual cycle. Yeah, because you want me to have one just so I can understand. You want me to have one just so I can understand. But so the deal is, Chris Rock has this whole comedy clip years, about a decade ago. He says, men are only good as they subtract. Did you pay the bills, Dad?
Yes.
Did you? This is a fact. You hear? Listen to the men agree. This is how society does. So while Adonia is not a transaction, in which she's right, and which she is actually saying half of what Ibrahim's saying, and which I know for sure that, in fact, that not even like just judging today's conversation, in her conversation, she is saying, I'm simple, connect with me, pick a flower, write a note. That's what she's saying. Just to be very clear, she's saying, don't make it transactional, make it energetical. I hear you loud and clear, Adonia. I'm saying the same thing. Now, of course, Adonia's not fighting this conversation. She's fighting the whole standard because it's trash. It's absolutely trash. If I can get you to see that if I get y'all to see that your vagina is my money, they are the same, and they both need to be protected, this conversation is a lot easier. If I can get you to see that the way you must protect your vagina is the way a man must protect his money, they are the same, because there are people in groves going after both. Just a good time. Going after your goods, going after that man's goods. And so I can see the filter on both. That's what Ibrahim just said.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
Anyone who's not desperate for either would be so offended just like listening to this whole transactional conversation. If you're not desperate enough for some, to tie down yourself for 90 days or even 24 hours, you'd be offended by someone saying, hey, you got to stick around for 90 days. And if you're not desperate enough for cash to actually like scam a man out of dinner for it, you'd be offended if someone said, hey, I'm not spending money until you spend this amount of time or whatever, So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But you have to understand that there are people who are desperate enough to scam people out of dinner, and there are people who are desperate enough to lie about marriage and relationship and have a one-night stand and ghost. So those exist, which is why these standards have to exist.
Right. And let me add in the third element there about not liking this conversation. Actually, no, everybody likes the conversation. Nobody's having a problem with the conversation. They have a problem with the standards, right? It's the standards. So let me add in the third element there. That's a sleeper. If you are someone who has a good sense of self-worth and are saving yourself for, let's say, the right person or something, this conversation is offensive because you're doing all the hard work, but being lumped in the category of people who are not. That too is offensive. You know what I'm saying? And that too is very offensive. And of course, I don't mean to lump you into category or put you in a box in this. It's just simply stated that if you have to protect a part of you, then men get to see what's lacking here by accident. The societal standards is that men don't get to protect themselves. Okay, Trinace, men don't get to protect themselves. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, that ain't my standard. Me talking about 90 days not spending money, no. And remember, I'm gonna show you real quick. Dan, I'll meet you, Mike, real quick. This let me show you. Let me try to. Ain't nobody lost and ain't nobody upset, but just let me show you something real quick.
And then show us how you match energy.
No
You
doubt,
guys
no
just
doubt.
got out the doghouse. I just released
Okay.
you.
I sure thank
Abraham,
you.
you just got out too, because you was under the doghouse a minute ago.
Antonio,
Yes, ma'am.
there's a girl that it was on the news.
No, you're too
She,
funny.
for 1 year, she is going to as many countries as she can, and she's going to go to different cities and have one first date with a guy. One first date,
Nice.
and that's it.
I applaud
And
that.
yeah, have you heard
Yeah.
that?
No, oh, absolutely not. No. I applaud that because women should have the right to do that without being viewed differently.
But all the guys are now, they're all wanting to. I mean, she's celebrity-ish now,
So they
that
want to be
date
that
with
first
her.
date.
Yeah, and she's just a regular gal. She's really nice, and so she's
That's awesome.
took a year off to do that and evaluate it all.
That's nice. She's going to learn a lot. I have no idea what she's going to learn, but it's going to be great. Remember,
There's a guy that did that too. I saw it on Good
For
Morning
real?
America, and he did find a woman that he finally married. Decided he wanted to marry. But
look at that.
very interesting.
Yeah, look at that. Remember, I'm the guy who agrees. I support women on OnlyFans. Now, you can call it selling their bodies all you want to. Janice, here's my stance on this particular thing before I get down on top. We done made money off your body since video came out. Hell, before video, we had magazines. Well, you ought to make money off your body. We've been exploiting you. This is my thought process. I'm not telling you I'm right. I'm just telling you, you have the right. Anything that gets women's men's out of their pockets, I'm for. Anything that allows a woman to get her life back and get men out of control of your life, I'm voting for. Period. I don't care what it is, but you understand this is X-rated. Does she have freedom? Then I'm fine with it. But see, I'm different though, right? I'm a conservative liberal or something. I have no idea I have no idea how you would classify me. I'm not sure how you would classify me. But let me show you something with Deanna. Deanna, I've told you this like the last week over and over. I'm not even sure if you're gonna guess it right, but we're about to find out. You give me reward when what? Please hear this.
Like it's full life.
Okay, no. Come closer. Give them details. Give it to them.
When I just do whatever the hell I want to do.
Keep going and give them the title you said the first time when you act like
a spoiled life.
And you get to do whatever you want to do. Give us some details.
So if I don't feel like working, I don't have to. Like, I can watch TV and do other wonderful things.
If you want to leave the country,
I can leave the country.
If you want to go watch movies all day,
I'll go watch movies. I want to sleep all day. I can sleep all day.
And I say that's my what?
Reward.
Okay, stop right there. Because I'm trying to get out this doghouse. I'm not telling you that. See, what I told her was, I worked too hard not to see a reward. So if your reward is doing whatever the hell you want, that's my reward. See, me and Jerome get this. Okay. Until you can BS all day, I'm not working hard enough. I'm not working for no applause. I'm working for spoilage, kept-bitch. You understand what I'm saying, Janet? If you can't say, I done food around, spent $10,000 a day, my bad. I ain't working hard enough. What you spending on? But I got you something, like one thing, you got 19 bags, but I got you something, this little one thing is little socks or something. It ain't socks, whatever. You get the point though, right? But I got you something, that's that. Don't worry about it. Because that's how I view women. Build with me. That don't mean work with me. That means work with me. That's why because if you ask me, if Adonia says, what's your number one value? If you look at the Rhino-led culture guide, if you ask Antonio, what's his number one value? I'm gonna always tell you harmony. It's the number, it's the thing I care about the most, harmony. If you look at the rhino-led culture value, I probably didn't catch it because it was just words, but the first thing on there is harmony. When I say no one suffers alone, harmony. It's my number one attribute. It's the number one thing that I care about. It's the only thing I really care about. Anything else? Yeah, whatever. If you think of the way I conduct these calls, harmony. That's important to me. And the reason it's important to me is because it's what makes me feel good. So Janice building with me is what's harmony. She say, I'm too old to be working. Okay, honey, what you want to do? I'm a karaoke all day. All right, what kind of equipment you need? Because I gotta see a reward somewhere. And if I can't see it in my woman, I ain't doing shit. Ain't no sense in me lying to you. When Jerome, okay. When Jerome say, I'm her covering, this is what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
My wife's sitting right next to me.
Okay.
And I love where this is going. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dog.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's my job, is to make her happy. That's my job.
You ain't got no other job, Jerome.
Come on.
You ain't got no other job. Ain't no other. His job. Y'all get it? His job.
A happy wife, a happy life. We will take care of you guys, wipe your butts even, but you know what? Piss us off. Piss us off.
We know that.
Or go tiptoe next door, go knock on the neighbor's door, and then you got an issue.
Well, we won't do that because it sounds like death becomes us. Should we do something like that? That had a little death tone in it, didn't it, Janet? I was like, go over there and see what happened. Go over there. Went over there, knock on the door, and it's Adonia that answered. Oh, you thought I wouldn't watch it? Look, I think so. This far from that conversation, I told her, you want to be chased, so you're getting chasers. Period. That's your value. Your value is to be chased. When Adonia was saying, that ain't my value. My value is to be cherished. Great, somebody.
You can hang up now. You won. You just won the game. We just got a touchdown or basket. Yeah, okay, the Lakers beat us. But anyway, you just won. Game over. You just won. You just won.
That's all I'm saying. I shall respect the audience. There you go, right? That's it. You get me, Grace? Don't chase me, cherish me, baby. You understand? Spoil me. Keep me.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
See, the thing is, the 90-day rule assumes that women are desperate for sex. Okay.
Right.
So men are desperate for sex. You have to assume that otherwise there's no utility to the 90-day rule.
Right.
Okay. And similarly, the whole no wallet rule is also just assumes that women are desperate for cash. Right. None of those generalizations are flattering. So it would make sense for anyone to really be pissed off if they were to just listen to that side.
Yeah,
so both generalizations, are honestly insulting, but more, especially if you're not desperate for either of those things and that you seem to be lumped into it. Yeah. But it's just funny how one generalization is just very normal. Like you really can go with the 90-day rule without someone blinking an eye, asking why it exists or whatnot. But the moment you make it about the money, the pitchforks come out.
Yeah, that's the societal standard. But you said something in there as we end. You said something that was so profound, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Man, it escaped me. But yes. The reason why the 90-day rule is so flawed because it was written by a man. I love Steve Harvey. Don't get it twisted. But this is where Adonia agrees with me. Men need to stop telling women what to do. That came from Steve Harvey's book. A man wrote the 90-day rule. While it is accepted by women, it is flawed because it ain't women telling women what to do. And anytime men tell women how to behave, we mess this world up.
Because they don't know by their own suggestion.
Period. We can't govern ourselves. As soon as men took charge of this world, we got kicked out of everything. Name these one thing, man.
And we blame the woman.
And we blame the woman.
It was the woman you gave me.
Find me a sacred text that say men ain't jacked this thing up. Come on now. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna listen to Adonia. We're gonna go back to cherish.
That said, Antonio, I mean, men did horrible enough shit to deserve a world engulfing flood. But in men's defense, if a woman was at the helm of the ark, we'd be extinct.
Oh, that might be true. That might be true. Unless it was roaches on the ark, and then I'm gonna keep one of them to kill these roaches. You know, I make fun of my I make fun of Monique all the time because she like super feminist, and she don't need no man until a roach start flying. We're in Southeast Texas. They ain't nothing but them flying tree roaches down here, y'all. I don't know if you palm trees. They in them palm trees. When them roaches start flying, get a man in here. She'll take out that trash and get a man in here when that roach stop flying though. She don't like them roaches. She don't like them roaches. That's it. Very fun. Grace, I answer your question offline. Super duper fun. As far as $8 tolls and $10 tolls, God bless us all. I'm so glad that I didn't end up in Adonia's doghouse. Okay. I'm speaking on behalf
going
of
in
that
this office
standard.
with my lips hanging out though. My lips are poked out still.
They're
I'm
still
over it,
poked
but I'm
out.
not over it.
I'm glad it ain't with me, but that's standard because it ain't me. It's not me for sure. So I'll try to end with my friend in the conversation I had. She's incredibly gifted. She makes, I don't know, $250,000 a year. That's her own money. She's anything you praying for, she got. But the one thing she won't, she can't get. Because in that one, she's got the glass building, she's got the fame. People they sending her. She get emails for getting on reality TV shows. Like she, this shit, like all that stuff like that. She gets all that stuff. She turns down bond players. She do all sorts of stuff. But since she believes she should be chased, all she gets is chasers. Well qualified. But if a man is in chase mode, he gonna stay there. You cannot stop a man that's not finished. I didn't make that up. I'm gonna tell you where I got that from. Grace, give me 2 minutes. I was talking, it was an old coach. I was in the 8th grade. And this old coach was playing, I played dominoes with old. Most of my life lessons come from dominoes and old men. Most of them. Dominoes and old men. Dead serious. We at the domino table. And Coach Dennis said, son, somehow we time. I see the little girl you with. You're gonna break her heart. Cause I see what you're trying to get. You gonna let it go? Because you ain't done yet. You know damn well old man said that. I see who you with, but I see what you're trying to get. Let it go. And he tried to warn me, Jerome, because the one you're trying to get ain't gonna be nothing when you're 20. The one you're messing over, she gonna run some stuff. I ain't listen though. Surely you know I didn't listen. Because when you're dumb, Grace. You understand? When you're young and dumb, you're young and dumb. He tried to warn me. Thou did not listen. Well, the one who is the it girl, I think she's a crackhead now. I'm not even sure. I don't know what she is. Something, whatever she is undesirable. And the other one is $1 million real estate developer. I probably should have paid attention. But that's what happened when you're young and dumb, Janice. You don't pay attention. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about.
You have the best one yet right now.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt
She's
about
a keeper. She's a keeper.
it. No doubt about it. Definite keeper.
Thank you, Susan, for helping him.
Definite keeper. And I was telling her, I said, look, that's your problem. That you keep getting these men that got list. And as long as that man got a list, he ain't gonna be for you. But ladies, I don't know how it came up, but it did. If that man got a list, don't let him go. If his list ain't money, cash, cars, taking care of you, something like that, if his list is some other stuff, I don't know what that may be. But I'll tell you this, and I end with this. It's hard to find a good man who's not busy. Near impossible. You heard Susan, 20 minutes, I gotta go work. You got to share. If you want him to be good, a good man comes with being busy. Good man checking the stock market. Yes, he's taking care of you. He's taking care of the income producing assets too. He can't be laid up under you all day and be wealthy. There's a time for that. That's 70, 60, 50. If he's 30 something, you tripping. All right, Grace. Hopefully you learn. Think you're gonna get your husband, right? Because your husband gonna act like me or your daddy.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Okay, and Adonia husband gonna act like me and her daddy. Because me and her daddy act just like her daddy, more than likely, had these same conversations.
You, Jerome, and my daddy act alike. This is why I get along so well with Jerome. Okay.
Sarita tell her, oh my God, you act just like my daddy and you sound like a preacher. she say, why you talk so slow? Oh Lord, you talk like a preacher. That's what she tell me. All right, y'all. What's today? Wednesday? What we doing Wednesdays?
I'll see if Prophet Jay and Coach Renee are gonna have Pain 2020 today at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
All right then. All right. Well, the rest of
I
you
have a
gonna
quick
do.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Coaching is over because I fell asleep
On the
yesterday.
Tuesdays, yes. I think it
Oh,
was that
okay.
the last
I
one.
just want to make sure.
But I think I made agreement with y'all. I was gonna bring it back for something special. I don't remember what I said
Okay.
though.
Okay.
It was a great got it written down. Okay, Jerome gonna hold my feet to the fire. But bring it. Oh,
Okay.
that's right. The little test group
Thank
for the. Got you. That's gonna be fire. Yep, that's gonna be fire. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate you. Adonia has a great solid blueprint. If you listen, you got your own solid blueprint. Remember that it's about the sale of the show and the close. And once you do that, it applies to every industry. You can't be a chef not showing off and not closing sales. Doesn't make any sense. And Chef Jay is in the same business as Adonia, because if she's making money from making meals, she broke. Because now she's meal to meal. That's check to check. Plate to plate is not why she started chefing. So it needs to be plate to 1,000 plates, one engagement. She needs to start negotiating. I'll do your event, but I get 10% of all ticket sales or something like that. I have no idea, but you get the point. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can't plan better. You can't dominate. Love you, everybody.
Love you more.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Whatever.
She's such a Scorpio.
Bye.
Bye.